Yeah, I'm not sure about this druid, man. I gotta go to the place where it's training done. That's where I gotta go. Jeez. I'm gonna try and level my paladin.
Not feeling the druid.
Nah. Oh, actually, I gotta do something first on my death knight.
What brings you here? May the
What you
stars
doing?
guide
It got revered with the earthen ring. I'm gonna go get my stamina, but enchant for my helmet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing since I've been home off of work today.
No,
Working on my
it can't
rep.
be. Our forward outpost has been obliterated. Is it too late? I feel Deathwing's presence nearby. The Fire Lord has
I don't
risen!
think I have anything
We
else to do
must
but
send
level.
word to the others! Let us hurry.
The characters. Let's see.
How many characters you got?
Uh, 5 or 6, something like that.
You're not like, at least you're not as bad as Joker and all those streamers, man. They got like a lot.
I only have classes I enjoy playing.
Do you guys watch any of the streamers?
Not so much anymore, but I did here and there.
Goose is pretty cool.
Oh, you like him?
Yeah, Goose is pretty cool.
That dude makes me want to just throat punch him. Super obnoxious to me. Uh, I seen a couple of his clips back when I was doing SOD. SOD was pretty fun for a little bit.
All right, helmet is enchanted.
Nice.
All right, now I'm gonna get on my pallet.
What level is he?
82.
Hmm. Healing?
Yeah.
How may I help? How? Walk with the Earth Mother.
I got a 309 item level on this guy.
Nice.
I think it's only 2 green pieces on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
higher than
mine's
my DK. Got all the loot.
I think Holy Paladins want mastery, right? Or is
I
that
don't know.
later on?
I
Is
don't
that
know,
later?
man. Holy Pally's gonna be a dash or bath question. I really don't know a whole lot, like currently, and I don't remember it from back in the day.
Well, I kind of remember a little bit because that's what I mained pretty much. And uh my Light of Dawn and then I get Holy Radiance. Those two mixed with mastery are supposed to be overpowered or something. I remember. because as a paladin, we have mastery and it puts bubbles on people. So the more AOE heals we do on the people, they build up the shields for them.
Still in here, Voki?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I'm just seeing what you're up to.
I was gonna talk, but you guys were in your dungeon, so I just...
Just low level dookie nonsense. What are you on right now?
I'm on my DK.
DK, huh?
Isaac Nader. I should probably play Loki though. Get that last 2 bars of rep for...
Greetings. We shall meet.
I just want to take a break right now.
Yeah.
Well met.
Do we have an alchemist in the guild?
Yeah, Soul's an out. Yep.
Soul, are you here?
Yep. What do you need?
What herbs do you need? I'm a herbalist and a miner on this guy, so I'll just send you all the herbs. If you just give me
I
the-
can link it in a bit.
Yeah, whenever you... Even if you just go, like, go on Discord and just send me them. You know? Just so I know, and then I'll just start sending you all that shit.
There's a lot of stuff in the guild bank under raid consumes. Not a lot of flasks, but there's yeah.
Seems like you have a couple people in the guild that are kind of poor bitches. Oh no, I didn't even take it up. Sit here, auto attack.
I don't know who he's talking about.
You loaded, right?
I'm not loaded. I'm just saying, like, I'm just.
No, I was
overall-
talking about citrus.
Oh.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's broke as fuck. Anybody need a heroic? I guess I'll just finish capping the valor on my druid or something. I don't know.
I'm cat.
Till next we meet.
I'm Loki
All
right
right.
now.
Be careful.
Yeah, that last fight after we won capped me. Going for your fourth 85. Slow.
No, I'm seeing if I like this thing, but so far I think it's dog shit.
Why do you say that? You play rogue, don't you?
I'm trying it as bear.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can see why you don't like it then.
Yeah, there's not enough utility. Like,
Oh, you're on a druid?
yeah, my interrupt is once every minute. I
Yeah.
can't, silence something around me. I mean, you can AoE taunt, but
Expecting you.
I don't like it.
You're tanking?
Yeah, but I'm very likely just gonna bench it forever.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. I love it.
Be careful.
I don't know. It seems like it's silly. Just swipe, 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 do nothing.
What brings you here?
Do a shitload of damage.
Shine.
You got the stun.
Yeah, once every minute. I don't know. It just seems weird. I don't like it.
I don't know how you like rogue. Or anybody like
Rogue is
class.
awesome. It's so much fun. It's silly.
It's the class that is the stupidest fucking class.
I was ripping on the rogue actually. It was kind of fun.
Fucking despise it. I'll play any other class. I don't give a shit. But rogue, you literally have to pay me money to play it. And the only reason I have a rogue on this account is just because I sent all my lockpicking there.
The interrupt is super stupid though. It pisses me off.
I just fucking... Ever since I started playing this game and played PvP, I fucking hated rogues. And it just stuck with me that I'll never fucking...
Oh, they're so funny. Just stun lock things for like 20 seconds, and then blind them and do it again.
See, that's why I loved like early game Warlock, because I could
This
just
is Pally
constantly
doing.
cast fear and no one
Hail
could
to
do
the
anything. Dog
light.
fear,
Oh, that's awesome. I agree.
May
I agree.
Grant us strength.
Well met.
Because my one buddy, he
Maybe
loved
turn
playing rogue,
sunshine
and we'd always
on
duel, and that's what I would just do to beat him. Just be fucking constantly fear in his ass. But if he ever got me stun locked, I was fucked. There's no way you get
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Unless you have the instant. Ooh. Unless you have like the instant cast fear, but I think that's later on or a different expansion. I can't remember.
Finally got to 85. That was the person that I was talking about, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Can I assist you?
I am just not motivated today. I just want to curl up with a book and some tea, maybe some ice cream.
Honey.
Ishnu. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to stay motivated right now. But when you're talking like that, it makes you feel like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna...
It's like hot out, but I kind of want to light my wood stove, sit in front of that thing, just rock out, you know?
Hot out.
I just want to watch the fucking...
Yeah, it's like 70 degrees here.
Oh. Sounds amazing.
It's been a hot week. I don't think it's been below 65 in the last week.
versus 2?
25. Maybe 22 to be honest, but close enough.
I think at peak hours it's like 20.
Isn't 30 like 90 Fahrenheit?
Yeah, 30's super hot.
30's hot.
It is fucking hot, let me tell you.
Holy
And I
crap.
was jealous too. 'Cause I was cleaning furnace today. And I just want to jump in the water.
What's the conversion? Times 2 plus 30 or something like that?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know the conversion.
I've never had to care about it because no offense. How you
Yeah.
guys do your measurements? Because you guys also do your measurements with meters and shit. You don't use meters.
Yeah, we use yards, feet inches. I love that shit. It's so good.
Way better for building. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'll agree with that, yeah.
I mean, I do concrete now.
When I bake, everything's metric in ounces and grams and...
Yeah, but when
Yeah.
you bake, you have a cup that does all the job for you, no?
No, I
No,
use
no, no, no,
scale.
no. You do it by grams, yeah.
I use grams. I use everything with a scale. I make a mean loaf of bread.
My wife is fucking phenomenal at all of this.
You're lucky.
Homemade. Oh, I am very lucky. I'm fucking
All my
spoiled.
exes were dog shit at cooking.
Oh, my wife is like her dad. Her dad's like her own chef and shit. So makes
Nice.
his own meat and stuff. It's phenomenal. The only
Ooh.
problem is that I have a lot of. I'm a very picky eater, and I'm allergic to onions. So it's
That's horrible.
the greatest.
I'm
thing.
very
Allergic
sorry.
to onions. It's wild. I've never heard of that
Worst
before.
thing ever. Oh, don't worry.
Oh man, venison
Every
with
person
onions.
I've ever told says
Oh.
the same thing. How can you be allergic to onions?
No, it makes sense in weird ways. There's lots of acids in it and alkalines, so kind of makes sense.
Does that mean you're allergic to all, like, garlic and all that
No,
shit?
garlic.
What? I think, what the hell would it specifically be in an onion?
Fuck.
Have you tried different varieties or just the generic
So
white onion?
like powder, we found out is okay.
So cooked, it gets rid of the. Okay, yeah, I get
But
it.
An onion, like if you're cooking an onion, I have to take my meds, or I'll be like in a like not coma, but I'll be fucking my migraine will kick in and my head will just be like fucking somebody punching me in the brain if I don't have my meds. So like literally, I don't mind. Like my wife loves onions, so like literally what has to happen is my wife cooks onions. She just has to give me my meds, and then I'm good. But also if she fucking has really like a lot of onions in her mouth and she like kisses me, then I can fucking suck too.
Oof.
But it's mostly just vomit. Like I just get like if I ingest an onion,
People.
I vomit. Cause like I went golfing one time and I got meat lovers pizza and the guy put fucking onions on a meat lovers pizza. Yeah. Without telling me.
Oh no.
So I took one bite, obviously knew it was onions, and then fucking just puking all the way home.
Huh. Weird. Yeah, if it's all onions but not garlic, then you're probably allergic to the propylene or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. 'Cause the doctors always think it's fucking one of
Well, yeah,
so don't
it's a
put
little
it
weird.
down a lot, but that's it.
Yeah, because like if you're not allergic to the alliums, garlic, clove, scallion, you know, all that fun stuff, then that's lucky, but it's weird. It's very rare.
Just onions and bee stings.
Bee stings, really?
Yeah, but bee stings is not as bad as like so my mother, if she gets stung, 15 minutes to live.
Holy fuck.
Holy
She has
crap.
to ingest that EpiPen right away.
There was one day where I had 120 bee stings.
Oh,
Hail to the night.
my mom
Yeah,
May
Oh,
Elune
God.
grant us strength.
if that happened.
I accidentally knocked over my hive.
Jeez. Also, like
I was
you're
trying to fix it
fucking-
from bear damage. I just tipped and they got pissed at me.
No, not a fan of bees.
Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah, I've been doing like 20 dungeons a day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe only, yeah, I don't know, something like that. I've probably done 50 this week, but I need to do 5 more to get my rep to cap. And I just can't do it.
Yeah, that's why I'm just doing the quests right now. Because I'm kind of like
I don't
kinda
like
burnt out
questing.
of the dungeons, so I just do all the quests.
I would rather do 10 dungeons than one quest, but that's just me.
I'd rather do the opposite. Unless
Yeah,
I'm
I
with
got the.
people. If we have a group of 5, then I'm all for dungeons. I'll do dungeons
Yeah,
all
agreed.
day.
Yeah.
But solo, bro, I'll just get a fucking headache. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not. I know I'm not the great, especially learning demo and shit. But I can't believe some people and how they even get to where they're at and
Yep.
what they do. Just it mind blows me.
Yeah, the chaos is amazing.
Oh,
I love it. Yoink hates it. It's so funny.
I get a headache. Just because maybe it's because I'm so used to running with you guys now that it's kind of smooth. Other than sometimes when we do stupid shit, we get yoink going. But that's just for us to know.
No, I get that. Smooth is definitely good. There's definitely something for quick dungeons, get it done, no problems. But I don't know. I think chaos is hilarious.
I like chaos if you pull it off. Like,
Yep,
pull it
I
off,
agree
then
with
I'm
that.
all for it. But if we don't pull it off, then I'm
Hail
like, we
to
just
the
fucking
knight.
now we have to spawn back.
May
and
Elu
go all do
grant
some
us
shit.
strength.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wiping sucks, but like pulling 2 packs to pick up a healer is definitely the funniest thing ever.
But I also do like now that we've already started raiding, I like that aspect of like don't get me wrong, if we die, but as long as we're learning from it, then I'm
Exactly.
for it.
Yep.
But if we're not gonna learn from it, then I'm like, okay, what the fucking point are we doing? What are we doing here? But
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
because like I can.
As long as something changes every failure. Yeah.
Well, I like how we talk about shit too. Because like when I was raiding, I've only ever this is my second time ever raiding. Like I raided in Legion, and the guys we raided with were like they didn't communicate at all. They just did the fucking flag shit that you guys have. And they would just type in that and say, okay, this is what we're doing.
Well, in this case, we needed to because DBM was telling me opposite of what Wowhead mechanics were, and then like people would notice certain things that I wouldn't like. Dark was like, "You're doing this wrong," even though the guide says this to the opposite, and it worked. You know, so like, even with this case, with everything so buggy and weird, you kind of have to have communication to fix the weirdness.
Yeah. I just like comms. Call of Duty players, so always love it.
I used to have a Teletubby voice changer when I did TF2.
I can't believe that was shit.
Or I'd just talk like Mario. All of the stupid things.
There's no way you can communicate effectively by typing, like to
Oh,
manage a raid.
but it worked. That's what I didn't understand.
In the raid?
Yeah, like it's not like we did shit. Like we did, I don't think like we, like cause I was on team 2, we never made it to like heroic, like the heroic side of raiding, but also I didn't really care, cause I'm more of a PvP guy, but maybe the raid team 1 did comms, but.
Not always. I've been in some where they don't. I mean, typically you find the same 10 problems that happen, and you can just, use that one word like you stood and stuff, or
Yeah.
threat to interrupt. You just, say the one word and they do the magic. But yeah, I agree. We should kick Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I didn't do
True.
that.
How'd you get
I
so
did
fast
not.
back? What?
I just joined back.
Oh,
Had a good break.
Yep.
Good.
I ate a Lunchable. It was amazing. I was starving.
Lunchable.
Yeah, kid's Lunchable.
he must not have.
Now my
kids
kid.
if you don't know
Huh?
what lunch. I said he must not have kids if he doesn't know what
Oh.
Lunchable is.
I don't.
We live off Lunchables in our household.
No, I was just
Really?
I was questioning the Lunchable, not
Oh, my
what a
kids
Lunchable is.
love the pizza ones.
What about like pizza bagels? You ever make those?
Yeah.
Because I would rather make that stuff than eat a
my
Lunchable any day.
go-to thing. Yeah, but see, the thing is with those bagels, you can't really, because they're frozen. Can't send them to school. My kid's only 5, right? So my
That's
kid,
valid,
kid's
yeah.
like me. He loves pizza. Like we have pizza every Friday, and we have pizza today. But so what we do to compromise, since he wants pizza at lunchtime too, we just get those pizza Lunchables. But I also like the ham one, always.
That ham's so fucking gross.
Oh, probably, but it is what it is. Though. The way I look at it is when I grew up, my family was poor as shit because my dad was a drug dealer. He used all our money for other shit. So I never ate really. Like we lived close to like these ponds. So my dad constantly just caught fish, and that's what we did. So for me, when I got old enough and got my job, I just eat whatever fucking I want.
Yeah.
And I don't eat it. I know that my wife tells me every day, and I just look at her and I'm like, you're not wrong. I'm just gonna eat what I want.
No, I know how it goes. I mean,
I eat a lot of pizza rolls.
we were broke as shit too.
Pizza pockets.
I eat a lot of spaghetti and steak.
Dude loves some pasta.
Well, I know something. Here's something weird. I love pasta, but spaghetti is the only noodle I cannot have.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, it's just fucking. It doesn't like when it gets in my mouth. It's like I'm gagging because it just
Have you?
it's and if I cut it up and I don't like it's not long strings, I can eat it. But if it's like that long string shit, it's like no. It's like fuck. My mouth is like no, you're not putting that in there.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I
What
know.
the fuck?
I wasn't lying when I said something. You want to know something weird? I'm very weird when it comes to shit like that.
No, I get it. I can't eat yogurt because of the texture.
Oh, I love pasta though. Fettuccine Alfredo all day.
Oh man, yeah.
Like when I was playing college basketball, that was my go-to prep meal. Fucking loved it. Spaghetti though. Yogurt's disgusting though too. It's too healthy.
I love the flavor. I just can't do the texture.
Of yogurt?
I don't eat fruit.
What the fuck?
Don't eat fruit.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all are wild.
Well, it's just me.
I eat all that shit.
I have not a fruit guy.
Take some frozen blueberries, put them in a bowl, pour some cream over them, turns into ice cream. Beautiful.
Buy ice cream.
I do vanilla Greek yogurt and raspberries. But yeah, you let it freeze, so it's not. Basically, it's like ice cream instead of like goopy yogurt. Way better. A little maple syrup on top. Oh man. Grated nutmeg, cinnamon, cocaine.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I can see why.
I can see you doing that.
That makes sense now.
I only did that stuff for like 6 years of my life. It wasn't too bad.
Only 6 years.
Well, I had friends who were doing a lot of stuff, and I was always like, "You're idiots. Why are you doing this?" And they were like, "Don't knock it till you try it." So
Yeah,
I tried
that's a
everything.
horrible fucking way to live your life right there.
Well, I know it was weird. Like I tried everything that doesn't involve a needle, pretty much.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was a lot of fun, man.
Pleased to meet you.
It's fun to try. I don't have an addictive personality, so
Had
everything's
AR
pretty fine
pointed
for
at
me.
my head
But
because they found my dad's stash hidden in my bedroom.
oh,
They thought it was
jeez,
mine. Oh yeah.
that's
It's
no
great.
fun.
It's fucking great. And my dad
Yeah.
had a hidden meth lab in our house that we didn't even know about.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that's
My
fucked.
parents were tweakers too, man.
Oh, it's fucked, bro.
I mean,
Mhm.
I was in the
I grew up
foster
pot,
care-
but that's not
foster
illegal.
care
So
system because well, my dad used to beat the shit out of me, but we got in the foster system because my youngest sister, she was 1 year old and she climbed up and got caught on the stove and had 3-degree burns all over her.
oof.
Yep. So, oh yeah,
Hail
it's great.
to the night.
It's when I look
May
at
the
it,
loom
I'm glad
grant
that
us
I'm
strength.
alive and shit, but my parents are fucked, both of them.
Yeah.
And they had 4 kids.
Yep.
So I knew at a
Oh,
young
geez.
age, like when I was 13 is when I got my first job, just so I could pay bills.
How
So my
may I aid
sisters
you?
could have a
We
house to
shall
live under.
begin.
So it's fucking terrible lifestyle, but now I look at it now that I'm 33, I have my own family and living in a small town. People always thought I was gonna be like my dad, but I am fucking far from what he is. So makes me
Okay,
feel
man.
every
Good
day.
job.
Every fucking day. I go back home. When I do go back home, and I just look at all the people that used to say, "Oh, you're gonna be like your dad." I just stare at them and smile. Because my life's great.
That's awesome.
But I do play a lot of video games, so that's my downfall. If my
Better than the alternative.
Oh, exactly. Going out drinking and shit.
Well,
Yeah.
everything in moderation, but yeah.
I mean, I think that's another horrible saying, but
Yep.
there's definitely some things you should. I think you should stay away from, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I've tried a few things that made me pretty angry as a drug that I should definitely stay away from, but majority of it was just like it numbs you, it makes you retarded in literal sense. I don't know, it wasn't that bad, but
God, you remember my buddy in Maine I mentioned?
yeah.
Yeah, you remind me of him. That
Really?
dude's out of his fucking mind. Yeah, he's the kind of dude that's like, just randomly. He always messages me the weirdest shit too. But this kind of dude that will just randomly be like, "Wish I had some heroin," and you're just like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" Like he just randomly messages me and we talk for like hours. But yeah, he just messaged me. He's like, "Yeah, stayed up till like 2 a.m. last night. I was drinking vodka straight and beers. I was making pasta."
That's
It's
awesome.
like, dude, God, he's still just out of his fucking mind. But he doesn't get like necessarily addicted to anything. It's the oddest thing.
Well, I'm the same way. Like I had to take bikes for my pain for wrists and shoulder stuff, repetitive stress injuries. For like 4 years, I had to take Vicodin almost every day. And then one day I was like, I'm not doing anything anymore, so I stopped. And like with anything I do, drinking, smoking, drugs, computer games, no addictions. Like
Mm.
in reality, it stop anytime, no problem.
But see, I don't think being unless you I mean, I don't want to sound rude because you said you quit your job, but like that's where I would cross the line if you quit your job for gaming.
I have a lot of money, so for me, it's
Yeah.
not an
No,
issue.
if you have,
But
if
for
you,
everyone
if you're
else,
financially okay, then it's all good. But I'm just
for
saying,
anyone else, I would say they're an idiot. 100%
yeah,
agree with you.
generally,
Yeah.
Like I love gaming and stuff, but
Yeah, I don't think you've talked to Soul enough about this. He's set up, man.
Yeah, I did a lot when I was younger. I did a lot of work, and I basically it all got invested. So
Yeah, I wish I did better with my money, but I also look at it, my money went to a good spot anyways. So.
well, you can do it for your kids. It's pretty easy once you know what you're doing. I mean, you just set a little bit of time. Buying state bonds isn't a good idea now, but like
No.
you can definitely invest for your kids' future, and it doesn't take a lot of time, money, or
Kids-
effort.
My kid's future's set because we're native.
Even better.
Yeah, that's like I'm not obviously money's good, but I just work.
Do healers need expertise?
No, it's just for anti-dodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as
I
my
think-
kids have their head on straight, you get paid to go to school, you get paid to go to college and shit.
I am honored.
you know, all that
That's
stuff.
awesome.
Farewell.
But you have to have your head on straight. Like, I have a lot of buddies that were native that never did anything. They just stayed at their local smoke shack on the reserve and did what they normally do.
It's the
Absolutely
same in Alaska. A lot of the natives up there can't handle alcohol, so they get drunk and they just live in this haze and don't do anything with their life. They rely on the money from the state.
Guys that
It's really sad.
I worked with, they left, like they didn't leave us, but they went out for a Manitoba trip, way up in the res to build houses and stuff. So they had to get some res guys to come help, and all they did was huff their gas. They didn't even help.
Oh
work.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah. So I can only imagine. I mean, our reserve isn't that bad. Like our reserve is actually one of the richest in our area. Cause like like when I went to school, you have like an orientation with just people that are from tribes and stuff, and so they ask questions and stuff. Like I had one guy that only got $50 allowance, whereas I got $1,200 allowance. So that's a huge difference.
Yeah, very.
Buy my books, no problem. Groceries, all that shit. Ain't no rent.
The Minnewacan in Minnesota is the richest tribe, at least in the lower 48. They're all a bunch of spoiled fuckheads. Like I think the lowest rank is like 20 grand a month.
Yeah, but you guys also have your things fucking super expensive, right, to go to school?
For
Guys that go to
colleges,
school
yes.
is almost a down payment for a house here.
For
No,
community
they get a
colleges,
free
it's
house
actually
too, though.
different.
Oh, yeah, so we don't. You'd have to, for us, you have to apply. You have to apply to the elders, and then the elders either accept you or don't accept you. And you're decreased if your wife or your significant other, like if it was a female that went in, if their significant other isn't native, it decreases. So like, I'm not 100% native because my mom was white.
I have vision that she lacks.
My dad was native. But for my
This-
sister, my one sister, they live on the reserve because her husband is a native. They're together, so full native. They can get all the land and shit.
Crazy.
Yep.
We got Mystic Lake
Never.
up there in Minnesota, the casino, and it's like one of the richest areas there is, and they're just fucking loaded, man.
I haven't been to a reserve in the States. Love to check one out. See how different it is from ours.
It's
You
fucking
guys are
horrible
all
there.
about,
Like,
you guys are all about casinos, right? Like we're not. Like our reserves don't have casinos.
well, it depends. Like it's way different up there in Minnesota, where I used to live. It's only the place I've ever seen in my life. They're just like a bunch of spoiled shitheads. It's insane, but it's completely different. Like if you go up north in the state, like the other reservations up there, super poor, way different.
Yeah, the guy that used to like run the reserve, we all think he was like a mob hit because he used to import cigarettes and stuff to Seattle, and then he got raided once. But then he took a trip to Florida, and he came back in a casket. So they say he had a heart attack, but we think it was a mob hit. He pissed off the wrong guy, aka the Mexican cartel.
It actually makes sense, yeah.
They don't fuck
Because
around.
around here, the res they sell cigarettes, and if anyone needs competition, they basically go out of
Well, the
business.
guy that like literally ran our reserve, like that's one of our reasons why our reserve is so rich, is because he owns the smoke like place on the reserve, and then he also owns 2 in Germany. That
Oh wow!
Produce smokes non-stop. So like he's just loaded, but he's a fucking weirdo. Like he's a 50-year-old man. Well, he's dead now, but 50-year-old man. But he would go to the parties. Like when I remember I was in high school, he'd be showing up at our parties, and he'd have high school girls around him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're 50 years old, brother. But when you got money, you can just pay people. They'll do whatever you want.
There's always that weird, couple of weird fucks I remember growing up to, or like that. I never really noticed a lot of alcohol abuse up north in Minnesota, but I drove through like the Navajo Nation and a couple of the other ones in the Southwest, and it was like really fucking bad. And also the res in San Olympia, forget the name of it, but like the one on the Olympic Island or whatever the hell they call it, across from Seattle, you know.
Okay.
Super beautiful area, and it's just they don't take care of it. It's a complete shithole. I'm looking it up right now. It says, oh, Macaw. I don't know, Macaw Indian Reservation, but man, They had like dirty diapers thrown all over the fucking place and trash, and like, geographically speaking, it's like one of the nicest places I ever seen.
Yeah. There's places out there, but they're not. It just, I find it's a society. That's the problem. Especially where we are. There's so many native communities that don't even have running water, and they get so pissed off because our prime minister keeps inviting people in. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not about the fucking politics and shit, but every time there's a country that's in need, like Ukraine, for instance, when they were in need,
Yeah.
we literally took in a bunch. Syria, we took in a bunch. And they're getting
No,
houses,
it's fucking
they're getting
retarded.
houses, they're
Yeah.
getting everything, and then there's people that in our own country, aka like the way I look at it, even though I'm not a half, I still take pride in being a native and the ancestry and how they were like one of the first ones here on the land. Like, they get treated like shit. It's like, dude, they were the first ones here. I'm not saying that you should bend over but at least have running water.
Yeah, but it's not just that, right? It's like the Europeans came and they don't give a fuck about them. They don't care about anybody. Like, they keep bringing people in, everyone just gets fucked.
Yeah.
Like, they won't even take care of anybody that's there. Like, why are you bringing in more people when you can't even manage your shit correctly? The giving money away is what pisses me off the most, though.
Well, we're getting so many. Like, we're almost going to be a minority to from the Hindu and Indian people. They
Yep.
come in nonstop.
Yeah. Living in Texas basically feels like living in Mexico.
Well, I can only.
It was the same in North Carolina, actually.
Really?
They'd bring the Mexicans up, and they'd all be doing the construction jobs, like roofing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they'd have a crew of 8 people doing the same roofing job as our crew of 3 would do. They'd all live in the same house, so they wouldn't have to worry about expenses, and they would undercut everyone's jobs by half. So, like, they would take the jobs, do a decent
It's
job.
fucking horrible.
Honestly, they do a decent job, though, and they did it quick with 8 people because they all lived in one house. Like, they had no expenses in reality.
Mm-hmm.
But,
That's what
like,
they do
people
here.
like me, I lost my roofing job there. But I
Yep.
got a better job as fine trim, interior trim, because they paid more for that, and it's actually skill instead of, roofing is
So what they
kind of
do,
mindless, I hate to say.
they do here is they get 4 families, and they all just crunch into a house. They work their ass off in 1 year and pay off that house, and then they go buy another house, do the
Exactly.
same thing, and only one family leaves. Like, and then they
Yep.
just keep doing that until all the families, how many families they started with, all have their own house, and it's all paid for. So then they have no expenses.
Yeah, definitely pretty common.
But
No Carolina is like that.
Here, we just keep building houses. Like, we don't build anything like amenities for the people that come in. They just keep building houses. So eventually,
It's just,
where you are,
man,
you're not gonna
yeah.
have anything.
It's lowering wages and it's upping the cost of not just real estate, but a lot of different things, and it's just a massive issue.
Yep.
And as far as helping people goes, I mean, I'm all for that, but man, if you were on the verge of starving, you've got 0 money, all of your credit cards are maxed, are you gonna go out and fill your neighbor's pantry? Like, by opening another credit card or some shit, Like, that's basically what we're doing with giving money away that we don't even have. It's insanity.
That is true.
Well, I would say in the next couple of years, if we don't start up with like our other stuff, we're gonna be kicked out of the United Nations, and then we're really in trouble. Because we haven't had any, there's something, like, the only reason I'm talking about it is because it's always on the news, is that we're supposed to be at some kind of percentage for our military, and we're, like, way below it. Because we really don't do anything for our military. We don't upgrade anything and shit.
Probably can't even fund it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. All I know is that our prime minister likes putting money towards the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
So that's what we're.
Well, the U.S. is in a different boat. I mean, we spend the most on the military, but we also dump plenty of money on the other bullshit. But the whole thing is, like, we don't have any money. It's all this is what people don't understand too. You're basically when you allow that shit to happen, you're spending your children's future because you're not going to be able to pay off that debt. I mean, it's like almost 200 grand a person or something in the U.S.
Jesus. Yeah, right
It's just
now,
insane.
our crisis is just no one can afford houses. So like if you, when you're growing up in your 20s and stuff, and you want to buy a house, you save up your money, your down payment has to be like, I would say 50K to have a decent payment. If you don't have 50K, you're fucked. You're just gonna,
Yeah.
basically gonna sell your house right off the bat. Basically, you'll live what in for 2 months and then you're selling.
What part are you in though? I forget
Ontario.
what you said.
Yeah, we moved back to Ontario. But me and my
Near
wife
Murder
went-
Peg?
Winnipeg is, isn't that Manitoba?
Yeah, but it's pretty close to. I don't know what side of Ontario, like Toronto
Yeah, no,
or.
I'm literally like when I mean Ontario, I'm close to the border of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Like we're southern. Like we're by the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Like I live right by like Lake Erie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard of Benton Harbor, Michigan?
Did you say Bent or Bend?
Benton Harbor,
Oh,
Michigan.
Benton. No, I haven't heard of it, but
Only ones I've
could
heard
look it
of
up.
is obviously Detroit, and then St. Clair.
Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Anything that's close to the border.
Oh, I see
I
you
Yeah.
was
there.
right next to that. I was almost right there 3 weeks ago.
Where?
Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Oh,
What are you doing over there?
I was bird watching. I went to Utah for 2 weeks. Did a road trip in national parks. And I came back to Ohio to do bird watching in Toledo, basically. McGee Marsh for a week. But I stopped at Chicago. I stopped at, all those areas, to be honest. I mean, I was on 80 or 70 right there. I was right below you.
You're living the life, soul.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, complain. Can't complain at all.
Man, that's crazy. You
Just
saving
looking
up 50 grand for the house. I only owe 50 on mine.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys are lucky.
No.
50 grand.
Wouldn't say
that's
that.
Dude, we're
Yeah.
at like 350 grand alone is where we're at.
I could easily spend 350 in certain areas,
Oh,
or a hell of a lot more depending on where you're at.
I'd rather just go on the lake, buy a house there. Can't
It's
do
expensive.
That. It's $1 million plus.
Yeah, I owned an island in Lake Champlain,
I
and it was
wanted-
pretty expensive.
I wanted to go back to where me and my wife first lived, which was in Newfoundland, on the East Coast, because it was so cheap, and you could live on like the ocean water, and only have to spend like 10K.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
hell yeah.
So
Nova Scotia.
yeah, no, it's
I wanted to check that out.
great.
There was an island over there by Prince Edward I was thinking about buying. It was like 60 acres for 23K. But like to get there, you have to
What?
helicopter. Yeah,
Oh, that's even better. Fuck people.
it's like impossible to get there. There's no amenities within 100 miles or some crazy thing.
That sounds fantastic.
Like it's shipped into you. It's not a.
Pretty much,
You
yeah.
have the money. It's gonna. People do it.
It was very tempting, I gotta say,
Like-
but I got talked out of it.
We have some friends that live like up north on like the Lake Muskokas and stuff, and they're on an island and they get all their stuff shipped in. They don't have to go
Yeah.
get groceries; they just pay for somebody to come ship it all in for them.
Bush planes, man, it's the way to go.
Yep.
Oh, it'd be so badass, actually. Fuck.
It's fun. I had a friend who lived up on one of the lakes in Alaska. I got to go visit him in a bush plane when they were getting their food delivery. I can't remember the name of the grocery store. They ship for you. So they basically hire their own crew. And I got to go up with like a Safeway crew. It was the weirdest thing.
Damn. Are you guys familiar with Mike Patey by chance?
No.
Really? Might find him interesting, but I mean, well, especially you, Soul. The guy, he doesn't sleep either. He sleeps like 3 hours a night, but he's wild, man. He made his own company. He got like super loaded, and then he invented a tug for pulling out planes, you know, from the hangars and shit.
Oh, nice.
But the guy is like a genius. But he designs and builds his own planes, and he had like one of the most badass planes. He ended up destroying it from a contact when it was super windy, and he tried to take off, but it was absolutely wild, like the takeoff roll on that thing. Yeah, fuck. I'm trying to find something for you to check out. But
You need something? See you later.
the guy's wild. He built and designed everything himself and has the world record speed for single engine aircraft.
Holy crap. Kind of cool.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. But since we were talking about bush planes, made me think of the Stoll. There we go.
I think living in Alaska would be nice.
Yeah, but it's expensive, man.
Not well. Relative, but not really. Depends on where you are.
I just like the whole aspect of living off your own land.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot
Kind of a
work, but
dream.
I would that to be honest, if I never met my wife, that's something I would have done.
So a lot of these shows and people who talk about living off the land are not.
Oh, I know.
They.
I know. I've seen the backstories on some of those. The documentary I watched, Life Below Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the one guy's like just a National Geographic guy. The one I can't remember his fucking name, but he's on that show, and I'm like, dude, why is this guy's literally on National Geographic? He doesn't live here.